After the vigilance inquires about it, they say Oommen Chandy onnu cheyidilla, Adoor Prakash onnu cheyidilla, Vishwas Mehta aanu kuഴപ്പമുണ്ടാക്കുന്നത്. I had to hire advocate, spend 2.5 lakhs and defend myself. And you will not believe, he transferred me to Wayanad. At least they were schooled. So these are leaders, who take decisions.
Chief Secretary with Pinarayi Vijayan for almost 9 months, right?
Chief Secretary, then Home Secretary. I was with Home Secretary also, 1 year, almost 2 years.
So obviously,
I have never been ever told by Chief Minister to do X or Y. The day I joined as Home Secretary, he told me very clearly he had a list of projects to be done. And I just made a patient note of this. 15-20 points. Jail എന്താ ചെയ്യണം, പോലീസിൽ എന്താ ചെയ്യണം, modernization എങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യണം. And one by one I was trying to implement this with the help of my colleagues. When I became Chief Secretary, first thing he told me is that you are Chief Secretary now, you are a father figure, you are head of all this. ഒരു prejudice വരാൻ പാടില്ല, ചില ആളുകൾ ഇഷ്ടമുണ്ടാവില്ല, അവരെ discriminate ചെയ്യാൻ പാടില്ല. So look at this man. I was surprised. He is telling me that don't discriminate. You are a high level official. You should not have any favorites. And I tried to do that. And again he gave me a list of things to do.
താങ്കൾ പറയുന്ന ബെസ്റ്റ് അഡ്മിനിസ്ട്രേറ്റർ ഒരു സ്ട്രോങ് ലീഡർ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഈ രണ്ടുപേരും, പക്ഷേ പബ്ലിക്കിൻ്റെ ആയാലും മീഡിയയുടെ ആയാലും എല്ലാം തന്നെ ഏറ്റവും അവമതിക്കപ്പെടുന്ന മനുഷ്യരാണ്. പിണറായി വിജയൻ്റെ ധാർഷ്ട്യം, പിണറായി വിജയൻ്റെ അഹങ്കാരത്തെക്കുറിച്ച്, പിണറായി വിജയൻ മീഡിയയോടുള്ള പെരുമാറ്റം, കരുണാകരനെതിരെ ഉയർന്ന ആക്ഷേപം, ഈ ഒരു പാരഡോക്സ് എങ്ങനെയാണ്?
അല്ല, ഇത് ഉണ്ടാവില്ലേ, രാഷ്ട്രീയക്കാരനല്ലേ, നമ്മുടെ ജനാധിപത്യമല്ലേ, ജനാധിപത്യത്തിൽ എവറിബഡി ഹാസ് എ ബിസിനസ് ടു സേ വാട്ട് എവർ ദേ ഫീൽ ലൈക്ക്. വിശ്വാസ് മേത്ത നല്ലൊരു ഓഫീസറാണോ എല്ലാവരും പറയില്ല. അയാൾ അഴിമതിക്കാരനാണോ ഇല്ലയോ എന്ന് എല്ലാവരും പറയുമോ? യു വിൽ ഹാവ് പീപ്പിൾ. When as Health Secretary I started doing my music concerts. I am fond of music. I have full chapter devoted in this book about music. That was my only relaxation. I had to stop singing because there were a lot of people who were jealous of me. And I decided not to do any public concerts. But does it mean that I stopped singing? I am doing it in my own house. So people have their opinions. See, these are my opinions, my personal opinions, my own experiences, which are real life lessons. I have no opinion about others. Oommen Chandy sir was one of the most humanitarian chief ministers I have seen. Most humanitarian. But then, policy decisions, top level when you have to take. Vijayan port was taken during his time. But look at what happened to James Verghese, who signed that contract. He was fighting court cases. നമ്മുടെ വിവാദങ്ങളിൽ നാടാവാൻ പാടില്ല. Unfortunately, this enlightened society has become a land of controversies. We are becoming like crabs pulling down each other all the time. Why is it? Why this negative mentality has happened in Kerala? I don't understand this. Why can't we be an island of prosperity? Why can't we be in economic growth as strong as we are in health and education? Why? ഈ ചോദ്യങ്ങളിൽ മറുപടി വേണ്ടേ, നമുക്ക് അറിയണ്ടേ?
ഇത്രയും വർഷത്തെ ഈ സിവിൽ സർവീസ് എക്സ്പീരിയൻസിനെ പറ്റി പറയുമ്പോൾ രണ്ട് ചീഫ് മിനിസ്റ്റർമാരെ പറ്റി മാത്രമേ നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നു. ഒന്ന് കരുണാകരൻ, അദ്ദേഹം ശക്തനായ ഒരു ഭരണാധികാരി. മറ്റൊന്ന് പിണറായി വിജയൻ, ഗുഡ് അഡ്മിനിസ്ട്രേറ്റർ. താങ്കൾ ഉമ്മൻചാണ്ടിയുടെ കീഴിൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്തു.
V.S. Achyutanandan, A.K. Antony.
എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് അങ്ങനെ ഈ രണ്ടുപേരും?
Because I don't want to say any negative about anybody. I want to say only positive about what I noticed in these two great leaders. See, Karunakaran, let me tell you, because I was collector, so as secretary only you become close. No, when you are junior you don't see them much. But we could see that administration, no, those days. Well, they take decisions. I'll tell a classic example. Why I mentioned Karunakaran. I was Rubber Marketing Federation MD. After 3 years, I was transferred to Idiki. My children were studying in Ernakulam. I joined Idiki. Order ansarikanam. I don't want to run after them for X or Y because Kasaragod Mudal Trivandrum and David 3 kilometers. It doesn't matter to me. അവിടെ ചെന്നപ്പോൾ സ്കൂളുകളില്ല, പൈനാവിലെ. How do I take these boys out? So I went to Karunakaran. I said, sir, എവിടെയാവട്ടെ, പക്ഷേ ഒരു സ്കൂളിലുള്ള സ്ഥലം വേണ്ടേ? At least give me a place where my children can study. I can shed my wife, but what do I do with my children? And I don't have relatives where I can put them. And you will not believe, he transferred me to Wayanad. At least they were schooled. So these are leaders, who take decisions. It is not, ഉറച്ചു നിൽക്കണ്ടേ ഒരു ഡിസിഷൻ എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ. Many times you don't see that. Maybe because of political compulsions.
ഇത്തരം ഒരു ഡിസിഷൻ എടുക്കുന്നതിലുള്ള ഒരു സ്റ്റേൺനെസ് ഇത് മറ്റു മുഖ്യമന്ത്രിമാരിൽ നിന്നും കാണാൻ കഴിയുന്നില്ലേ?
You see, Oommen Chandy sir, for example, I worked with him as a revenue minister. But fag and they took a lot of decisions which were actually not correct. So ex-minister taking decision on the why matter, which he has nothing to do because of political compulsion, not done. I was the revenue secretary when a lot of these land schemes broke out. I in fact fought. I was a victim of that. Vigilance case was filed against me for decision which was taken by cabinet. A 40-year-old case where a land was adjudicated, land sealing case from a plantation company, 2 times Supreme Court, 3 times to High Court. High Court directs you that within 6 months you hear it and decide it. And I send it to cabinet note, and after the decision of surrendering land for landless houseless man, which this guy was willing to do, I was hauled up in the vigilance court. And I was defending myself. I had to hire advocate to fight myself for a government decision.
ക്യാബിനറ്റിന്റെ ശ്രദ്ധയിലപ്പെടുത്താൻ കഴിഞ്ഞില്ല. റവന്യൂ മന്ത്രി
പക്ഷേ ഈ ഇലക്ഷന് മുമ്പ് ഇലക്ഷന് തൊട്ട് മുമ്പല്ലേ Adoor Prakash I mentioned in the book. This whole story I have said. Imagine 2 or 3 years, a person trying to procure land from a plantation company which has 40 years not been able to decide. You take it back. You recommend taking it back. And that it gets into a whole lot of controversies. And then I am targeted. First respondent of petition filed is Oommen Chandy. Second is Adoor Prakash. Third is Vishwas Mehta. After the vigilance inquires about it, they say Oommen Chandy onnu cheyidilla, Adoor Prakash onnu cheyidilla, Vishwas Mehta na kodappundakunna. You tell me, how do I respond to that cabinet decision? I had to hire advocate, spend 2.5 lakhs and defend myself. So these kind of things happen. It's not that it won't happen in Rajasthan. It won't happen in Maharashtra. IAS officers will have these ups and downs.